You see Mike there? That's what he does, y'all. He smashes that like all day. All day. Y'all see the title. We're going to get into it. Real quick side note. I did some noise effects. I added my noise effects. Here's what we got, y'all. Here's what we got. We got this. Wet fart. We got vomit. And we even got one of these. Just in case Benny Keys comes by the chat or something like that. We got... Moving on up, people. We're moving on up. All right, here's the deal. A lot of gaslight going on. A lot to cover. A lot to cover. Let's get to the comments. A lot to cover. But we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to get to the bottom of it. I can promise you that much. What's up there, Melissa? Mama Bear is in the house. Smash that like. What's up? What's up, Selena Dixon? Arctic, what's happening with you? Good to see you. Wifey's in the house. Wifey had a big part to do with what we're about to play. Okay. What's up, Pete? Penelope's in the house. All good people in here. Like to see it. Love to see it. Look here, man. So give me 1 second. I gotta throw somebody a wrench that should have a wrench. If you come in this chat and you miss a couple lives, ask the mods, because you know I'll ADD out and I'll be on a point or something because we got a lot to cover tonight. Josh from the lab has been smearing shenanigans. Mary shenanigans. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. Just give me 1 sec. Where you at, Penelope? There you are. Gotta have my Penelope. All right. So here's an update on the Summer Wells case. Unfortunately, she hasn't been found. And unfortunately, we can't confirm if she's dead or alive. That's it. It's a wrap. Next subject. That's how it should be on YouTube. Look, Don Wells was in jail. There weren't all these Summer Wells videos. As soon as the dude gets out of jail, Shenanigan City. I went hard on the dude before he went to jail. I got drug into almost going up Tennessee. You already know this. I broke it all down, and I apologize to the man to man. But there's a thing on YouTube. Look, I don't dislike all YouTube channels that are true crime. I have a lot of little channels that were friends and stuff, and even bigger channels. You know, if they stick to it and they're good, got my support. But it doesn't matter if you listened or paid attention to the Summer Wells case before Don went to jail or after. There is the Summer Wells case details and footage. People personally going out there, whatever have you, the real meat and potatoes. And then there is the Summer Wells drama, using her name for money. So many people attack Don and Candace, and they do it in a sense that they're on the side of the real factual information. That's not what's happening. You're using it for views and clicks and clout and money. And Josh falls right in there. He falls right in there. So I spoke to Don Wells today, personally. The lab, and for the record, the thumbnail, that's not an African-American penis in his mouth. Now, it kind of looks like it possibly could be one, but I assure you, it's a microphone that I enlarged. It's not an African-American descent penis, but it is in and around his mouth. This guy is a coward. Straight coward, that dude is. So he wants to gaslight the Wells. Look, if we're going to do this whole Summer Wells thing again, because now the man's out of jail, well, goddamn it, I'm playing referee. I'm playing referee. I don't want to hear I'm a Don Wells sympathy person or whatever the rules are. You can't do that. It's the same thing as what I just did with the babysitter. You got Cher attacking the babysitter. The lady's been cleared by FBI. I'm not saying Don and Candace are cleared by FBI. I don't know. But to this point, what I can tell you is no charges brought against them. So how is it different? It's two different families, two different circumstances. But at the end of the day, as a creator, if you sit up here and say, oh, I don't like the tragedy pimp of Betty, but then make another video on Don Wells, where do you stand at? That's what she does. This is all a money train, man. And look, cover the case, put some factual information out there. So this is why I talked to Don. I talked to him. There's a lady, Mary, who happens to be his sister. So this would be Summer Wells' aunt. I don't know the story with this lady. I have a theory, though. This is the lady pumping Chris McDonough. This is the lady gassing up Chubby Cheeks on the thumbnail, Josh. I don't know what her ordeal is or her motive is, but here's my theory and guess on it. And this is exactly what I told Don Wells. I said, dude, anybody involved in your family or close to your family who publicly comes out on a YouTube page, instantly monetized. Instantly. Some people got to fight 2 years to get to 1,000 subs and whatever else and all the watch hours. Instantly monetized. I'm like, it doesn't have to be your family. Look at the neighbor lady, Jody Sue. She came out, went on YouTube, instantly monetized. Look at her boyfriend that came out after her. Instantly monetized. I said, maybe that's the angle here. I don't know. But I do know that she told many people different things. Unfortunately, Don can't come up tonight. Maybe he's in the chat. I'm a little behind on the chat. But I spoke with his daughter, Margie. This would be Summer Wells' sister. I spoke with her. I'm not a professional panhandler like these people that go live all day. I'm at work when I talk to both of them. I speak to her, and it's so weird. On both phone calls, I got to say, hey, man, I'm not recording you. I'm not like these people. I'm not going to shit on you. I'm not going to do you dirty. That's how I have to open up a conversation with both people, because I know how much they've been attacked. And I have to do something. And for the record, I want to state this. I don't have any plans on recording him and uploading videos behind his back. I'll tell my audience that. I also don't have any plans to turn around and burn him or anyone in his family. I want to tell my audience that, and my haters. So you hold me accountable. I want to show the man that everybody on YouTube, these creators, are not complete shitbags. So please hold me to those words. I talked to the woman, and she told me a lot. I wrote it down. But, you know, she wants to have her father's back against Lady Mary and against these shitbags. So we come to a conclusion. What if we record it so that people could hear it? Well, here's the dilemma. I'm at work. It's noisy. I make videos at work. You guys know this. I can't really record somebody with all this background noise. So I say, wifey, here's what's going to happen. I'm about to call you, record it, we're going to show the people and clear the smear out from Josh. And since Josh wants to play all these games, let's play a little bit of his dirty laundry out there. How about the 2-hour phone call where he scammed the sub? His duck ass paid $9,000 for an ounce of bud. He's crying like a baby. He's cheating on his girl with this other one. Yeah, we're going to play some of that tonight. Let that sting. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You're a bitch, pussy boy. You go on. You'll jump on Prayer Gardens chat, and you'll shoot it down. Jump. Hit the link here. Hit the link here. You won't. You won't, because you're a bitch boy. You're a straight bitch boy. So I got wifey to call. Am I saying her name right? Margie. Margie. We're gonna play it. Now look, I didn't give wifey any directions here. I'm at work. This is going down in real time. I trust my wife to have a conversation with somebody. Now, wifey asked her a few additional questions. She definitely didn't softball it. She didn't softball with the questions. She did actually a very good job. I didn't think all this was going to happen, but she got it, and everything's cool. I'm going to play it for y'all. I'm going to play it. Here's the thing, though. This is literally Summerwell's sister and Summerwell's father. Unfortunately, I should be on the phone asking what her favorite cartoon was. I should be on the phone asking what was her favorite place in the area. Any question you can put there. But instead, I'm asking some gaslight bullshit. Y'all got to leave the dude alone. I mean, what's right is right, people. I'm going to play it. Hit the comments real fast. I mean, Jesus, man. People are starving for views over here on YouTube. Like, if Don... I would like to be the boogeyman sometimes. Listen, cash at me, and I'll be way worse than Don. Way worse than him. Can I be somebody's boogeyman for a little bit? It's out of control. It's out of control. It's the same narrative. The bitch boy won't hit the link, just like Benny Keys won't. I've showed you people time and over again about these true crime people. I don't care if you like Don Wells or don't like Don Wells. He doesn't care. As I play this, why don't you like him? Why? Because the shit that Josh said? These people are running game on you. How are YouTubers smarter than the FBI? How? I've heard all the theories. I've heard all the theories. My favorite one is... I'm fat. My favorite one is, they sold Summer for a drug debt. Oh, okay. So Don was... So what you're saying is his debt was so high that he sold Summer. It was a trade-off, was it? Like, what drug dealer just fronts you thousands upon thousands of dollars of dope to where you're at 7, 8, 9, 10 grand in the hole, and then you just give $1 up for it? What planet are you on? What movie are you watching? No. Reality. I can keep going on with the tinfoil theories. They're out of control crazy. All I'm saying is I'm playing referee. Something comes up on Don and Candace with law enforcement, I'll be right here to bash them, right with everybody. But you cannot expect me, not white boy, to go along with the fucking narrative on true crime YouTubers. What the fuck? What are you thinking? Come on, man. Let's play it. Isn't it funny This is long, but we're gonna get the truth out tonight, and then we're gonna play something about Josh.
Hi, Margie. So this is Noelle, Damage Business Network on YouTube. You had given me permission before starting this recording, telling me that I was allowed to record you. I just want to make sure that now that I am recording, it's still okay with you?
Yes.
Okay. And you are Mr. Donwell's daughter?
Yes.
Now, there are certain allegations being made against your father, and you would like to clear the rumor mill up because you're saying that it's not factual information at all. And everybody deserves to have the truth come out, especially when they're being drugged through the mud. So what can you tell me about your relationship with your dad?
My relationship with my father, honestly, he's like one of the best dads I've ever had. Like, well, will ever have. But besides his drug problem, he's honestly one of the best. Like,
Chrissy Solorio, you get a timeout. You get a timeout. You get a timeout. You get a timeout. You're literally coming over here. Somebody give Chrissy Solorio a timeout. How in the fuck are you gonna come over here and tell me the timeline in the comment when I just played the video and the person in your comment I spoke to on the phone? This is the problem, people. Chrissy probably came from Josh the Lab, or maybe Benny Key's chat, or shares, or maybe all three. How are you gonna? It's like a pre-nut. It's like you're pre-commenting. It's like you gotta slide one in there. No, you don't get to do that. Listen, you're on White Boy Radio. Clear timeout. The information is getting played right for you. Just take the Twitter fingers off the keypad just for one moment. Get a Q-tip, clean the ears out, and have a hear. Jesus fucking Christ, these people.
he's always there for you when you need him, and he's always did anything that he could to help me out, whether it was money-wise or someone to talk to, or he's never went against anything I said. Like, if I needed to talk to him about something, he would listen and try to help me out with everything. Like, I can't explain it. It's
How many kids does your dad have?
With my mom, he has 2, but with his new wife, Candace, he has 4.
So there's 6 total children between 2 women marriages, and he still was able to accomplish pretty much anything that he could to help you in any situation that you've ever experienced in life.
Oh, yes.
So that shows that he was very attentive to everybody's needs.
Yes, like, anytime he had, like, his little drug ordeal or whatever, every Friday he would, well, not every Friday, I can't say every Friday, but anytime he messed up on Fridays, I could always count on an hour lecture from my dad the next day. Even though I didn't do it, I never did anything wrong, but he would still lecture me about it. That way I wouldn't follow down the same foot.
So basically he was saying, learn from what I'm telling you and not by what I do when I mess up. Like, he knows that you saw and experienced the mess up part, and he felt overwhelming guilt, I would imagine, and he's trying to explain to you why you shouldn't fall in that pattern.
All right, real fast. So what I'm playing right now, I got mad. What I'm playing right now is Josh from the lab attempted to do some gaslighting. He's claiming in 1993 or 4, I actually forget, I think it's 93, that, well, he's getting the information from Don's sister, who is the same sister who is going to certain channels and repeating the same narrative. I cannot give you an answer why she's doing this. I can't. I'm going to keep it 100% with you. She tells the lab that in 93, 94, we'll hear it in a second, that this lady that we're speaking, that Noelle's interviewing, this lady, that Don touched this lady. So there's a woman trying to gaslight, throwing people, different people in the mix with a narrative. Josh gets a boner and runs with it. Moron. No research. This is research. Here is the person in 1993 or 94 that is supposed to be touched. Wifey's talking to her. Okay, this is his daughter. The person running with the narrative is the sister. You have Mary, you have Margie. Mary the sister, Summer's aunt. Margie, the daughter, Summer's sister. Okay, that part's caught up. Next part, I wanted to stop for a reason. That is normal. I've talked a lot about addiction on this channel. I know a lot of you have family members, if not yourself, been involved. What she just said is, you could feel that. I could, at least, because that's the same thing I would have done back in my heydays. This is all old news. The man never hid that he had any addiction issues, but the simple fact that he said it on YouTube, well, he's everybody's boogeyman. Well, narratives get drawn every which way you can think of. Let's continue.
Yes, and my dad has always tried to teach me, like, not like the stranger ordeal. He always tried to teach me to watch out for people, because he'd always tell me, like, there's bad people in this world that'll want to kidnap you and stuff like that. And we used to watch what's that, America's Most Wanted together. That way he could, like, help me understand that it doesn't matter how old you are or how strong you are in this world, somebody is out there to always get you.
That's true. So he definitely wanted to educate you and make you experience all these different situations, so you were ready for the world that you had no idea was going to be, in your future. You were experiencing it early enough so that you were ahead of the game.
Yeah.
When he went on any I don't want to say binges or like a one night or a weekend where he decided to, like you said, mess up and use something, was that time that he was using, even though it was short lived, did that ever affect his relationship with you or any of your siblings?
Not with me. I know him and my mom thought about it a lot, but
right. I think that's normal. She wanted the best, and that to her, in her eyes, wasn't the best.
Right.
So
I don't know. My dad just, like, I don't even know.
Was he a full time, like?
What's up, Christina?
I know he had to work, but
Selena?
when he was home, was he full time, hands on? Involved with the family, involved with the kids.
Lori, I was
just
trying to
being,
find a comment.
Just because you're home and you're present physically doesn't mean that you are involved. You can still be a non-existent parental figure. So did he try to be in your life all the time, no matter what?
Oh yeah. Let's see. There's times like my dad would take me and my friends out to play basketball together, and I mean he wouldn't take just my friends, but like practically just half the neighborhood.
So he was like a neighborhood dad too, like a normal everyday father. My parents, I couldn't tell you, we would have sometimes 10, 15 or more kids going in the pool and hanging out, and we'd go to their houses and there'd be the same amount of kids. So he was just a regular, like, neighborhood friendly dad.
Oh yeah, I remember one time me and my best friend Crystal, we went and rode bikes together on the bike trail at night, and my dad would follow behind us on his motorcycle. I loved it.
Oh, that's so cool. I used to ride a motorcycle a few years back, and my kids would always be like, "Hey, we're going to be at the park. We're going to be here. Can you show up?" And some like, "Can you ride the motorcycle?" And then kids who want to get rides rock hard, and I can give them, you know, the rides, but I can see
Right.
your dad wanting to be like, okay, I could take you for a spin if it's okay, you know, with your parents or whatever. Like, from what you're making him sound like, he's just like a happy-go-lucky, I'm happy, my kids are here, my kids' friends, and he was a part of your life and experiencing you guys grow.
Right.
And I think that it sounds to me like that he was very blessed and honored to be your father. You're the father of
Oh, yeah.
Um,
My dad, like, there were times that my dad was in prison and we didn't get to see him for long periods of time, but anytime he was there, he always made the best of it. I mean, he'd even take us to work with him and show us how to work. Like, he taught me how to spot nails first off, and, you know, I loved it. I loved the adventures at his job, like, seeing the houses that he's helped building or whatever, and I loved it.
I want to throw in right quick. I don't remember. I think it was the Tragedy Pimp Squad when they went up there. Somehow, some way, somebody called CPS for the billionth time on the man because he had his boys, I believe, at a construction site. Those are his boys, which are way younger than this woman. This is his daughter. Some morons that have been led by Benny Keys, someone who's taken dick up the asshole, or Josh, who we'll get to him in just 1 second, or one of these terrific YouTubers out here, just the the upper echelons of your community have just manipulated your brain. One of these morons called CPS because the man took his kids to work with them. This is his daughter. He didn't just start doing with the boys. If you're listening and you know the case, this is something he liked to do. But some moron called CPS, just like I did a video on thousands of calls, thousands of calls on the wells regarding Summer. Tens of thousands of calls. Zero had factual information. And man, come on, man. Even if you were one of those people that made that call, how dumb do you feel? Because, like, nothing came of it. Nothing came of it. And they could have been using that time, money, resource, everything to look somewhere else. I mean, the dude was in jail. If they had a pubic hair of evidence on him, why he's incarcerated, they're going to transfer him then. I mean, it's like, I just don't get people. I'm telling you, the Cash App is $White Boy Radio. I'll be your boogeyman. I mean, I'll be very bad, just an evil man. Like, I want to be the boogeyman a little bit. Can we share the love?
So he was definitely very hands-on. He even did the whole let's take my kids to work day, and oh my gosh, I used to love that when I did it with my dad too. So I can only imagine that you were probably over the hills excited.
Oh yeah.
There are some allegations going around on YouTube about a CPS case from the year 1994. I'm not gonna lie, I have heard a lot of mixed things about this over the past 2 years or so, but I never got involved and spoke about any of it because I didn't have the facts to base anything that I said on. I can give my opinions, but that doesn't make it the truth. So you would like to speak on this a little bit. You told me just to help your dad and let everybody understand, coming from his daughter's mouth, that you know what the situation actually was. So I'm gonna let you take over and tell us about that.
They were saying it was happening when I was 3 years old. When I was 3, I was living with my mother, and I can't remember exactly who all was living with us at the time, but I do know at the time I was being molested by 3 different people.
Wow.
I was being molested by a half brother of mine, a foster brother that my mom adopted off the street, and family member from my step aunt's side of the family.
Really?
Yeah, his name was JR. I guess he's Debbie's son or something like that. That'd be Mary and Jenny, whatever her name is.
I'm gonna replay this. I'm gonna replay this. So Noelle took it to a little bit longer than I thought she was gonna do. Again, I'm at work. I trust her, and she actually did pretty good questions. But I want to repeat one thing. Why we're here, what this live is about, is Moron Lab. Josh Lab, the coward. He still hasn't hit a link. Fat, pudgy cheeks. No, it's not an African-American penis in his mouth on a thumbnail. It's a microphone. Okay, the microphone. The fuck boy. The pussy boy. The pussy boy. That dude is running with a narrative that is coming from Don's sister. I don't know why, how, when, and everything in between. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. However, this is the person who his live is all about. Don's sister and Pudgy Cheeks that pays $9,000 for an ounce of bud, that does a baby, he does the ugly cry. You know, like when you there's like a couple ways you can cry, right? Like maybe that tear just rolls down your face, or like you get sad, you're like, and you wipe your eye out, and then there's he does that. He does that to a subscriber here. Well, we'll get into it. 1 second, please. One thing at a time, people. Let's not get too far ahead of each other. But here's the thing. This is the person they're talking about. This is the person they're talking about. What she told me was in 93, 4, whatever the year was, no, her dad did not do anything like that. But verbatim, if I was to contact CPS or somebody, it would be on blank, 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 and blank. 4 blanks. That's it. Let's continue. I'm
You no longer have
that
contact with that family, with the CS Depp family.
I have not talked to them. I have not talked to any of them besides Jeannie and Trish and all them. They were about probably, I want to say about 10 years ago.
So, 10 years, you would like to speak on this a little bit.
Jeannie and Trish and all them off the street, and a family member from my step aunt's side of the family.
Really?
Yeah, his name was JR. I guess he's Debbie's son or something like that. That'd be Mary and Jenny, whatever her name is.
So you no longer have contact with that family, with the CS Depp family.
I have not talked to them. I have not talked to any of them besides Jeannie and Trish and all them. They were about probably, I want to say about 10 years ago.
So 10 years ago, that's a long time. So it's safe to say that you pretty much kind of separated your core.
Yeah, I have not talked to them in years. The only one I can ever remember ever actually talking to was Jeannie, and that's because she had 3 kids. Wow. And honestly, I don't ever remember any of being nice to me at all. So I don't know why I would have tried to talk to them about it. I think I would have talked to my Aunt Sonia before I would have talked to them.
Did you tell your dad about what was going on?
At the time, probably not. He does know now. Okay. Now that I'm more able to open up about it, because back then, you know, I was too scared to talk to people.
I'm sure they probably made you feel intimidated to say anything also.
Yeah.
That's very sad. Now, these allegations about this CPS case are made towards your dad. They're saying that Don Wells is the one that was doing all of these things to. In fact, you're saying that it was not your father, it was these other three people. I won't even call them humans because they left humans me. Do you know the whereabouts of your dad? I know it a long time ago. It's probably a hard question, but was he home? Was he incarcerated or?
I can't really say for sure. He was in one of three places, which was either prison, halfway house, or he was living with us, or living around somewhere.
Okay. Did you always reside pretty close, you know, like a close proximity to your dad's house?
Well, my dad never lived outside of our house, other than prison and halfway house that I can remember. But if he did live anywhere else, it probably would have been his dad's house or something like that.
Okay. So as of right now, we are saying that your father, your father, in absolutely zero way, no way at all, has ever done anything to hurt you or violate you.
No way at all.
I'm apologizing right now because I know it's probably hard to talk about, especially knowing that we're doing the recording for YouTube. I know before we started recording, you expressed that you just wanted to do anything you could to help your dad, and since you were involved in this case, you're the only person that can really truly sit there and say, no, he was innocent, and these are the people that did it to me, and my dad was not guilty at all. And so it makes, you're very brave. It makes a very strong, it takes a very strong person.
Thank you, Mom Bear. Thank you. I appreciate that.
To come out and say anything like this, especially with everything going on. Do you have
What's up, Long Gone?
a relationship with him and Candace? Like I know you said that the stepfather and his family were crappy, but I mean, like, you and Candace get along all right and everything?
Yeah. Last time I seen him was about 11 years ago when they only had 2 kids at the time, but we stayed with them we lived with them for about 6 months, and before we moved back to Arkansas.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're like any other couple, they fight and, but.
Right. No relationship is perfect. It takes a lot of hard work to make any relationship really work. I mean, you put 2 people together and you just hope that you vibe and you make it work out. And it's not always easy.
Can we get someone to get Joshua and his testicles over here, please? We'll continue. Is he going to show up tonight? I mean, he had a lot to say about Don. We're going to do this one fair, people. I'm going to play it in a second. Listen, I'm at the safety patrol in middle school. No running. We're not doing shenanigans over here with some Wells kids anymore. This is not going to happen. Timeout. We're going hit for hit. You want to gaslight the man? Well, listen. We expect the worst. It's goddamn Team White Boy Radio, and we are Legion. Expect us.
Easy, as it seems.
Right.
So,
my dad's always been a hard worker.
How is he with your kids? Is he a good grandpa?
Oh, yeah. He's great. Yeah. I remember one time we had a little...
Smash the like already.
We like to play practical jokes on people.
I'm going to delete it.
Real, oh my God, he seems like a jokester too, from just what I've heard about him and spoken with him about little things. And I don't even know if he remembers speaking to me in the past, but I know him and my husband have spoken a few times. But he seems like he could be a real funny, just like just a regular good old boy. You hang out, you might throw back a beer or two, maybe not, who knows? But it's always fun. You never know what to expect. Kind of like the light of the party kind of guy.
Yeah, it's kind of hard getting us all together because once we get together, we kind of gang up on people a little bit. We have fun with it.
That's funny.
I love it.
Do you think that he would have ever done anything to hurt any of his other children?
No.
And I'm asking this because of the events that have taken place this summer. I know a lot of the things are off topic. You can't speak about it, but I mean, you can, and you can honestly give your opinion and say, like, do you think there was any involvement at all on your father or stepmother's behalf?
I don't think either one of them had anything to do with Summer's disappearance. Like I said, my dad, he loves his kids, and his girls to him are so precious. I can tell that it's really hurt him. He's come up here to visit me a couple times, and I can tell.
You know what? How much longer is left? I paid 15 minutes out of 30 minutes. Maybe I'll play the rest later. I don't know. I'm gonna let Damaged Goods upload that. I didn't even know that many questions would be asked. I really wanted to get to the bottom of this lady Mary and the dude Josh. Okay. I'll play a little bit of it later, but it's probably a lot of what you already heard or know about him. Look, the dude is an addict. Yeah, he's been in and out of jail. Y'all know that. Listen, the world ain't perfect, but nobody is. They're not perfect from a long shot. The problem is, I'll say it like this. The problem is you have to think for yourself. You know, there was a time where I don't like the Wells. Emotionally invested in something, point my finger at them. That was wrong. Can't do that. Can't do that. The conspiracy theories with them are out of control. Like, why would not, if the feds or the local PD have anything on them, why are they not arrested? Like, you're putting them on a pedestal of something that they're not. It doesn't make any sense. But to this day, they've been charged with nothing. You can throw shade on them all day. But what right is right. At the end of the day, it's not just one law enforcement organization, multiple have nothing on them regarding Summer Wells. And look at this phone call. That's Summer's sister. That is Summer's sister. Look what the conversation's about. About fat boy with no testicles, gaslighting her father. Let me find out. Chat, does this guy have kids, Josh? Please. Oh, geez, I didn't think about this one. Is he another true crime YouTuber who's a child advocate with 0 kids of his own? So basically, what I'm saying is he's a child advocate, but he could not change a diaper if a gun was pointed at his temple, and all he had to do was change that one diaper properly. He'd probably be killed. Is this what we're dealing with? Is this what we're dealing with? Please, I need to know. I've noticed a trend here in true crime. A lot of these advocates have 0 kids of their own. 0. None. How does one be an advocate for something they know nothing about? Like make that one make sense. Now, I could be wrong. Does he have kids? Okay, he does. All right, I'll give him that. I don't know nothing about Josh. This is all I know about him. The dude, I guess a couple of nights ago, he jumped and cussed out the lady Prayer Garden on her own thing. All right, but where was that energy when Doug was going through with you? You didn't go back and forth with the dude. You didn't even straighten the dude. What you did was you jumped on Benny Key's dick, like the coward that you are. Like Doug said, you had some chick send him some titties, start a sabotage thing. You didn't stand on it. You wrote community posts and forgot about it. Just like you did on this one. When your own subscriber, because you want to critique Don Wells, make him out to be this like horrendous person, driving the same narrative as Benny Keys. Everything what does that have to do with Summerwell's case? I have 15 more minutes of Summer's sister, Don's daughter here, which I'll play in a minute. But regardless if I had this to clear Don or not, how does that help the case? It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. But you did it. You did it for the drama. You did it for the clicks and views. You did, dude. You did. I'll referee it. I'll just call the man and get the answer. But it's not helping the case. It's not helping the case. You know what else is not helping the case? Let's get into this phone call. Now, this is one of his subscribers. They actually started a channel called The Grab. Now, we cannot possibly listen to this whole video because it's like all of 2+ hours. He's doing the ugly cry. I mean, a lot of shenanigans. A lot. But what I will do is we'll put it in the chat. We'll put it in the chat and share. And you guys can check it out in your free time.
I was talking and I had you on mute.
Let's hear it out.
What are you watching?
It's my grandma.
Can you just tell me all of that? I mean, is that the truth?
So,
we'll go back 1 second. I trust you have my money. Here's the link. It's 2 hours of one of his supporters recording him after she figured out that she got played. This guy is hitting this lady up for massive amounts of money. You know, it's funny that he says he's doing all this on Don, CPS and all this, like, just for conversation's sake. Like, I asked the chat if he had kids. I don't know. Somebody said his kids are grown. Just for conversation's sake. Let's just say they're still in the same household with him. And you're on recording and someone's saying you borrowed $9 grand, $8, whatever duck price it was for the ounce of pot. Doesn't that have CPS like repercussions in it itself? Like, you are nothing more than a Benny, nothing more than a Cher, nothing more than a Tiffany Marie. You all do the same fucking thing. And this is why everybody thinks Don Wells is a boogeyman. People like you. Exactly why.
Oh, God, I was talking.
All right, trash talk, smack talk, fight talk, whatever you want to call it. It's all forms of intimidation.
Chill out, baby. Hold on. Let's go back. I'm telling you, it's exactly what, people. I'm going to get to the chat now. We're going to hear some of these shenanigans right here. It's 2 hours and 7 minutes. We ain't got that much time.
Oh, God, I was talking and I had you on mute. What are you watching?
It's my grandma.
Can you just tell me all of that? I mean, is that the truth?
So, my cousin and I, it was about 3 months ago or so.
Which cousin?
Robert.
Is that the one that has a lot of problems?
Yeah. There, absolutely, yes. Absolutely.
We got ourselves into some trouble.
What kind of trouble?
We were
many months ago was that? Like 3 months ago? So around the time that you...
Let me skip
And I was scared, and I didn't know what to do. But it wasn't like I was like, oh, I'm gonna. That wasn't what that was. I know that you'll never believe that, but
What was it then? Tell me what it was then. And how much did you get stuck up for? How much did you get stuck up for?
both of the pounds.
And how much was that worth? You know, I don't know anything about drugs.
It was about 9,000.
Don Wells, did you hear that? God damn it. Don Wells, if you're listening to this, call me. This dude pays $9 grand. $9 grand for an ounce of bud. Somebody tell him I got him for 2.5. For educational purposes and hypothetically. God damn. Duck. Anyway, Don, this is the shit I'm talking about, dude. You got 2 hours of this moron right here. He does the ugly cry, bro. The ugly cry. Man. It's got to be hard for the Wells. It's got to be hard. There is a planned, orchestrated attack on them on YouTube. And real life shit on top of that because of YouTube. But I can only imagine being in those shoes. At some point as a man, you have to stick up for yourself. You're hearing all these lies and all these twisted stories. And yeah, I get it. I understand. The Lady Mary is his sister. Like I said, I don't know what's up with that, y'all. But these channels that befriend them and shit on them just secretly record everything. At some point, like, how patient can one be? How is somebody supposed to sit back and suck all that up and take all that? It couldn't be Matt. This alone would have me pull up to YouTubers and smash them on sight. I'm just keeping it real. Speaking of that, all charges dropped on old white boy. Go to court on next week to cop out to one misdemeanor. Cha-ching. But that's all I ask y'all, man. Look at the situation from your own angle, not these fucking low-life scumbags. Imagine, I know, how many people's in here? 140, guaranteed. At least 10 not only did not hit the like button, but are subscribed to Josh from the lab with notifications on. And guaranteed out of the 10 people, I'll go 30%. So 3.5 to 4 people out of the 10 donate to him. How does it make you feel that he pays $9 grand for an ounce? Now, that's such a duck price that I have to really take into consideration, is that really what he pays? Or is that more game on the woman, the child advocate, if you will?
So everything you told me on the phone the other night about the car payment,
No.
about the roof, about the house, was any of that true?
Yeah, that was, yes. And that's why I was trying to do what I did.
How long gone? 9,000
with the pot.
That's like super crip. That's like,
You're not normally a drug dealer?
MK
No,
9,000
at all.
laced in gold.
And I probably would have been better at it if I was.
Jesus. I'll leave you with Josh for just one moment.
Was there a party?
There was a party, I
Nothing
promise. Yes.
Josh, you sent 2 pictures that don't, the facial
the
hair
only
of
way
the
that I
guy
can
in the
prove it to
picture
you-
doesn't match the facial hair of the person in the recent pictures.
No, I mean, I can't convince you that, but there was a party. Yes, absolutely, there was. The only way I could do it is.
I will talk to your son. What is the deal with the computer then?
The computer was a lie.
The whole thing was a lie.
Well, it got stolen, but it was.
No, it didn't, Josh. Josh, no, it didn't. It was like your Twitter account. No, it didn't.
All right.
Don't lie, please.
All right, here's the deal. We're going to go back to Josh in a moment. I'm going to play the rest. That gets really deep. That guy's a fucking piece of shit. Here's the thing, though. I know he won't hit the link. You know why? That's the type of dude that picks and chooses. He's a real bitch boy. I can call him a fuck boy, which is one of the most disrespectful things you can call a man. You know why? He picks and chooses. I seen him do it with Doug. And I see him when pressure gets brought his way, he tucks his dick. Like, that's what House of Winnie's does. But what's up with you? But you want to go yell at an old lady prayer garden. Okay, granted, I take a shot at prayer garden too, but I'm not like in her face all abrasive with it like that, like I am you. Because you're a man. But you do a woman like that. I can see right through your fuckboy ways. Man, a motherfucker will slap the dog shit out of you in real life. For real. For real. I'm gonna play the rest of this conversation with Maggie. Let's go over there, because this dude, man, for real. Listen, y'all. This motherfucker, he won't step to a man like that. First off, when Benny Keys brought pressure to him, he tucked his dick. Doug called him out, tucked his dick, ran to Benny Keys. Like he's a real bitch boy. Bro, come on, man. Leave them people alone, bro. They got a lot going on, and all you do is add to it. And don't even respond and don't try to say that that's what I'm doing. I'm refereeing this shit. I'm going to break it down and tell them the truth. And right now, you're fraudulent. We're going back to Josh in 1 second. Now, we go back to Maggie. And if you just hit the chat, it is listen, I keep seeing the comments. The thumbnail, that is not an African American penis descent in and around his mouth. It's not. It is a microphone. Now that it's cleared up, let's get to it. I keep getting all these comments. I mean, I can't keep seeing it. I mean, y'all, I'll say it one more time. The thumbnail, that's not a black cock. It's not. Okay, it's a microphone. All right, let's go back to over here. Bitch boy. Hate bitch boys. I bet you, man. No, but for real, we're going to do this, that one in a second. My bad on the chat. I got to play over here. I got to play over here. I got to play over here. I got to go over here. It's out of control tonight. So we're going to go back. There's 15 minutes left. I'll rewind about a minute where we left off so you can get a refresher. This is Don Well's daughter. To my knowledge, I don't think that she's ever publicly came out on YouTube except today. And Wifey did a very good job. A very good job. It sucks though. I gotta tell, why is this thing won't pair? Oh, Don's in chat. What's up, dude? Oh yeah, I gotta say something. That ain't him. That ain't Don. The man told me that there's a bunch of fake troll accounts. So I'll just text them to see if that's him. That's not him. That's not him. I know that's not him. But I could be wrong. What time is it? 8:30? He texted me at 8:30. Someone is pretending to be me in chat. It's not the man. Moderators, I want that hidden. Let Don Wells get him out of here. See, this is what's happening too in a lot of chats, is people, how can you take that for face value? How? But somebody will leave some stuff in a comment and this video is made. You can't go for that, man. And I'm not, no number involved in it. All right, let's finish off what his daughter said. Let's get worked up. Now, where is it? Oh, here we go. Okay, bam, we're here. We're good to go.
And that's why we think it's very important that by doing this with you, we can play it. He's going to play it on his live tonight. I'm going to play it on my live another day. I'll probably text or call you. Well, I'll text you just in case you're busy. I know you have a family of your own, and see if you want to, you know, talk about anything else, or even if you want to come on. And, if you do come on, you don't have to show your face. I want your privacy always to be the first thing, you know, that we focus on. So you can sit there and keep your camera off and you can talk about anything you want to. I know Don is not allowed to speak with anybody about the boys. Are you allowed to mention them in any way?
I don't know. Nobody's ever said anything to me about it, so.
I guess my only question is, they were equally as loved and cared for as you and Summer and his grandkids, right? Like.
Oh yeah.
So do you think that he deserves his children back?
I think he does. I think he needs them.
Yeah, losing a child in any way, shape, or form destroys a parent. As you know, I mean, you could never imagine your life without one of your kids, or three of them.
I shelter my kids a lot, so like I didn't realize I was doing it before, but my oldest son, he was so sheltered that he used to get mad because I wouldn't let him go anywhere.
Do you have a memory that stands out that you want to share, a story about your dad? I know I keep saying Don, and I apologize. He is your daddy. But anything that sticks out in your mind that's just like such an amazing, fun story that you just want to share?
No, Two Fly. I'm going to fix that right now, Two Fly. Read the comment at the top. I gotcha. Is Two Fly still in here?
Share, just to give a little more of like a personal invite to his life as a dad. Like any stories that you would even talk about with your kids, like, oh, Grandpa did this, or, you know, just little goofy things that you talked about with family.
All I can really say is like, the best description I have for my dad is like, my dad reminds me of Home Improvement, that show Home Improvement. The guy on there, Tim Allen.
Is he the tool guy or the guy that?
Yeah, he would be the tool guy. Like, that would be my dad right there, through and through. I mean, he wouldn't be as stupid as that guy is.
I was just gonna say, are you telling me that your dad, when he worked on a project, it ended up exploding?
yeah, that's probably about the only part that's like not him, you know. But he was always the one there to like try and teach me about cars and teach me about tools, and he just wanted to make sure we like always knew like what we needed in life, like what was the best out of the best, and you know.
Right. I think that's awesome. I'm gonna ask a question. I know I asked you if there was anything off limits, and you said not really. But if you don't want to answer this, please don't. You just say I don't want to speak about it, or I'm not comfortable talking about it, and it's fine. We drop it and move on. But okay. There have been, I guess allegations. I'll say allegations that your father was giving sedatives to children, and then questionable things may or may not have been happening to these children after they were passed out. Can you give your opinion on that? Because a neighbor of his said it, and you know, a bunch of other people. But first,
so I just want to say something right quick. That's a perfect way to know. Let me say this: if Don Wells is to show up in chat, I modded him. Any other Don Wells screen name that doesn't have a wrench is obviously not him. But if you happen to see him, maybe, I don't know if he's in the chat or not. Let's just say he wandered into the chat for a little bit and wanted to say something. If he happened to have a wrench by his name, well, that's the real Don Wells. Continue.
and that's that. You know, it was Jody too. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
But I don't trust anything that comes out of that woman's mouth. So I'm just.
I have never witnessed anything like that in my life, honestly. He's never done that to me, and when I lived up there with him for 6 months, he never did that to his kids. I mean,
right.
Like I said, my dad gets up early in the morning, and he doesn't get home till about 5, 6 o'clock at night. When he comes home, you know, sometimes he cooks dinner, which sometimes can turn out a little scary.
Oh, and then, so he's not Chef Boyardee then. He can build anything, but Lord help you to cook.
Oh my goodness, he ruined my spaghetti one time. I was so bad.
I can imagine the look on your face.
Oh, never have him make you some potato salad. Oh my goodness, that's horrible.
Does it turn out all mushy?
Oh no, he put carrots in it and peas and all kinds of stuff. You don't put in potato salad.
Okay, well, hey, you know, sometimes experimenting with food could be a good thing if everybody's on board, but clearly you weren't. So, hey, you know what? He tried, right? So
I think him and my husband were the only ones eating it that day.
Even if he wasn't the best at everything he did for you guys, you can honestly say that no matter what he did, he tried and gave it his all.
Yes, he did. I mean, he was like one of the best dads you could ever ask for, honestly. Like I said, except for the drug problem, you know, but.
Was that an on and off thing your entire life, or, well, I don't know how long that he's had issues, so I'm just trying to.
He's putting my 2 cents in right here. I better not hear a goddamn, the only YouTuber in the history of YouTube that's allowed to rag on Don Wells for drug use because they themselves are not currently on drugs or have had addiction problems. The only one that gets a pass is Miss Harmony. Everybody else is suspect and fraudulent.
Had issues since he was a young teenage boy.
Shout out to Miss Harmony.
Yeah, that's a hard devil to
kick.
She
wouldn't even do it.
You know, but it seems like he might fall back a little bit, but then he springs right forward and keeps going on. Right now, he seems like he's doing amazing.
Yeah, he actually is. I'm very proud of him.
With all of this that has happened, and this is not in any way insulting or demeaning Candace, but she had a stroke. Your dad had informed us.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how hard that was for them to have to go through that. I mean, it's completely natural for that to happen with anybody. But how has she been since her medical issue with the stroke? And how has your dad been coping with this?
Honestly, I haven't talked to her much here recently, but I can tell that she's not doing too well without her kids. I mean, they were everything to her too.
Absolutely. That's why, I mean, that's why it happened. It was just so overwhelming. And hey, you know, I understand it. I'd probably, I don't even know, lost my mind. I don't know if I'd still be walking around if anything happened to any of my kids.
Right. I feel you.
What do you think their biggest goal right now is, other than, of course, to find out where Summer is and what happened to her? What do you think their biggest goal as a couple and a family is?
Just trying to get the rest of the kids back. I think that's the only thing they're really working on right now.
Right.
Just for the record, when I called wifey from work today, I didn't know she was going to ask questions, but I heard it before I went live. She did good. This is all, you know, this all happened. This is, you know, obviously in the beginning, she says it. Just want to clear this up. There's about 5 minutes left, but I wanted to give wifey a quick shout out. She did a good job here. I had to fill her in at work. I talked to Don. I talked to his daughter. Unfortunately, I can't record her at work. And again, I don't plan on sneak recording them ever. It's not my thing. It's what the dirtbags do. It's just like junkie stunts. I'm not doing that. But we came to a conclusion, meaning his daughter and myself, that it should sound like that because it would come off more genuine and truthful rather than me repeating a message to you all, which, and to be honest, I probably forget half of it or chop it up or this or that. So it came out good. Josh's channel is dry. It sucks. Right now, he has no content. Remember, Don is the boogeyman. He is the bad, evil man. He is the Antichrist. He is the Antichrist. So, dried up, no content, everything sucks. I know what I'll do. Live, Don Wells did this. Come on, people. It's been the same recipe for months. If I have
they can't see any other.
If I have to go back a year and bust down every motherfucking lie, smear, and gaslight, then so be it.
Their goal right now, other than trying to get their kids.
Okay.
That's all they talk about.
And they won't rest until it happens. I know that for a fact. So with the allegations, we're going to go ahead and say that the CPS allegations in '94 was a false report on your dad. Was it ever even reported, or is this just a rumor that was made up because people heard about things?
I don't know. Like I never even heard of it myself. So.
Oh, so you just found out about it, and that's why you wanted to call and talk about it and explain that it never happened.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he sounds like an awesome dad. Did he ever teach you how to play cards or pool or baseball, football?
He's the one that taught me how to shuffle cards and how to do a couple card tricks.
That's awesome. Well, I think that your dad sounds like a pretty run-of-the-mill normal dad. I mean, my parents never had any issues with drugs, but my dad has always, taught me how to play sports and work on cars and, cards. I can't tell you. You're telling me stories about your dad, and my parents were always very involved as well, and they sound like parents like mine. They just wanted the best for everybody in their life, regardless of the situation and the circumstances. And I think that your dad kind of feels like maybe he didn't do enough because he did so much, he did try so hard, but at the end of the day, this tragedy still fell on your family. And so he must have some type of guilt, like, what did I do wrong, or what didn't I do right to prevent this? But he was at work. There was nothing, it didn't seem like there was anything that anybody did. It was,
look at the moron. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. And another note, Daisy, crime, crazy, and critters on the farm. Always mutilate your channel name when I say it, because it's long. I will drop the link for you in one moment. We got about 4 minutes left on this. I want to play it all, so there's no questions, this and that. Everyone's clear. So
just something that happened, and how do you know it's going to happen? You can't tell the future.
Right.
Is there anything before we cut the recording off that you think is important for everybody to know about you, your family, and Don, your father? I'll be right out.
There is one thing. My dad almost every single time I talk to him, he thinks about this time when I was 15. He had he went and done some drugs or whatever, and he ended up selling his car.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pregnant at the time, and I had to walk 2 miles into town just to go to a doctor's appointment, and he had to walk with me. And he felt so bad that every time he talks to me now, he has to apologize for that. And
now, on a side note, Don, you don't have to feel bad. People go through things. Now, on a side note, I understand this because I know addiction. Now, if we're gonna like compare this to Josh from the lab, now being that he pays $9,000 per ounce of bud duck, what would happen now is somebody in the chat said he has some kids. So what would happen is he also did the drugs, and I believe, in my humble opinion, of my use of marijuana, that I probably wouldn't take the walk with the kid, because I'd be so lazy and want snacks and whatnot shoved at my face, big fat cheeks he has. It's not an African American of descent penis on the thumbnail. It's a microphone. But what I'm saying is, I have a feeling he'd be so lazy, stuffed full, if you will, taking a nap, if you will, lazy, if you will, that he wouldn't make the walk with the kids. It's just my humble opinion for educational purposes and hypothetically.
It still weighs heavy on his mind.
Oh yeah, just seeing me walking when I was pregnant just tore him up. And I keep telling him, like, Dad, like I did it every week anyways. Like, he always had the car at work, so you know, I always had to walk everywhere I went, so it never bothered me. But it bothered him watching me do it, and he felt bad.
Yeah, I mean, it was his fault in his head. You know, he forced you to have to do this, even though he didn't intend on this being the situation. You know, parents will carry guilt for certain things they've done, and sometimes it's a lifelong guilt. But you know, he acknowledges it. He's apologized about it, and you've told him gracefully many times, hey, it is what it is. You know, sometimes things happen, and we have to just make it work.
Yeah, I keep trying to tell him that he's like the best father in the world. I would never trade him for anybody. I mean, yeah. He still doesn't believe me, though.
Well, you know, my kids say that too, and I know I'm not the best. I know there's always room for improvement, and I'm sure your dad, especially having a clear mind now for as long as he has, he's reliving a lot of the things in the past, and he realizes there's a lot of things he could have done differently.
There you go, Daisy.
What is a learning experience? And here you are, after all of the lies and the rumors and just the attacks. You're putting yourself out there and coming on and speaking to me, and allowing me to record it, to play it on a live later on, to explain to people the things that they don't know about your dad and to clear his name. You know, there was never any paperwork about him involved in this case. You even went as far as named 3 people that were involved, and you didn't even have to do that. You didn't have to go that far. It was all about just, you know, you coming on because you love your dad and you want to protect him and tell the truth. And that's what kids do, you know, that's what we do for our family.
All right.
So I'm going to end this recording now. Is there anything else that you want to say before I do?
No.
Okay. Then we'll do that. All right, everybody, I'm going to stop recording. Say bye, Margie.
Bye.
All right, what? This is Critters. Oh shit! What happened? Did I put it on?
Hey,
what's going on? How are you? My bad. I wanted to get the playing because I don't want to leave questions unanswered. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I guess it's me and you, huh?
Yeah, but I'm glad you're doing this because, you know, the truth needs to be out there about what really is going on, you know?
Well, I wasn't always a pro Don or Kansas person.
Me neither.
I actually did some pretty fucked up shit to him, to be honest. But I did apologize to him, not only them, but Tim Mullins. And then I kind of sat back and watched. I had to think, like, why do I have this hate or whatever, you know? And it's kind of obvious when you have that talk to yourself, ain't it?
Right, right. And I've always had the from the beginning I was for Don and Candace. Then I kind of changed and started thinking, the negative stuff, and I really was hardcore on them, because I was listening to whatever all the rumors and all that. But then I finally got to talk to them and seeing that they're not the people that everybody portrayed them to be. Like Candace cries and she mourns for Summer, and Don, I feel like he really is grieving himself so hard over not just Summer but all of his children. And I started to realize, and I started seeing lies come out when I just what little time I was talking to Don. We knew he was working because we would talk to him every day and we would see, and people were saying, oh, he went down there to get drugs and da 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 da. And the man was literally working from daylight to dark.
The conspiracy theories are out of control.
Out of control.
Out of control. I get it a lot myself. Well, I don't know how I fell into this spot, but Don is like a straight shooter. But I kind of feel I kind of know all these attacks on him, all these police calls. Even going to Jody Sue, I kind of felt bad for her too, because the internet has kind of like wrecked these people, kids and all. Nothing's off limits. It's disgusting, but it's the same like certain people that are running the let me put it like this. This is what really disgusts me. There are people that I know that are subscribed to my channel, and I know they genuinely don't like a few creators. Okay, but then again, they will tell me how evil Don is, how much of a boogeyman he is. But they're getting the information from the people that they don't like. It's weird, man.
Right. And not until they actually sit down and talk to them one-on-one and, see that they're not the people that people portrayed them to be. Like when Summer first went missing, it was a crazy, crazy thing. And Don and Candace was under extreme stress, not to mention, they were hanging with some not so great people at that time. And I can see why they had meltdowns and stuff, because they couldn't trust anyone and they were just devastated. But now that things have kind of calmed down and they've got a chance to actually grieve a little bit over Summer, you can see the real Don and Candace coming out. Like Don, in my opinion, he's just beside himself. And like I tell my chat, if Don really was a guilty person, he wouldn't be out here fighting for Summer. And it's every day he wants to talk about her. Him and Candace both does,
How many times have you been doxxed so far?
Me, a lot.
Okay. So you already got that over with?
Yeah, I've already had all those attacks, and it's going on right now as we speak.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come. You gotta karate chop it and give it 10 times back. Harder.
Yes.
Sometimes the secret. Let me give you a little secret. Matter of fact, if you really want to, my wife is damaged goods with no regrets in the comments. Exchange emails. I'll tell you how to fight that battle. Sometimes the best way to fight that battle is not on YouTube, and I can explain that off of YouTube. But when I explain it, it will stop, if that makes sense. But
yeah.
I got your back. So if you need back, just you know where to find me.
I appreciate that.
All right.
I ain't worried about it. Like really, I've already been down that road and back, and so I've learned. You kind of get your free trial of it, and then after you get that, you learn that you just can't pay no attention to people.
Well, you're not on the cool squad. He's supposed to be the boogeyman. You're going against the grain.
Right.
So it's going to be straight at your neck.
Right.
You can't show people, aside of someone who is supposed to look like this, can have done this and been there. Otherwise, you're going against the grain. That's
Right.
That's true crime YouTube in a wrap.
Right.
But I
Well-
gotta play this recording on the lab. We're gonna get into his shenanigans, but nice to meet you. It's
Nice
White
meeting
Boy
you.
Lockdown Radio at yahoo.com. Reach out to me and we'll do it up.
Okay.
All right.
All
What's
right.
your
I
name?
just wanted to say thank you. I'm Daisy. I just
Daisy,
wanted to say thank you, and my I shared this on my channel, so I'm hoping everybody will see it.
I
But thank
appreciate
you
it.
for standing up for the Wells, and thank you for having me up. And God bless.
Hey, listen, before you go, let's talk off of here. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
White Boy Lockdown Radio at yahoo.com. All right.
okay. Sure will.
Have a good night, Daisy. Later.
All right. Good night. Bye.
All right, she's pretty cool. I didn't know that was her name. Daisy is way easier to remember than the channel name. No disrespect, it's just a long name. I keep calling it Farm Animals and Animal Crackers, so Daisy's way easier. Easy. We got two things. All right, now we're going to go back to lab. Lab. Because lab, CPS, 94. Listen, if you came into the chat and the thumbnail, when you see like this, it's not an African American penis in and around Josh. It's not that. I keep seeing these comments saying that. It's not. It's a microphone. Okay? So this guy, what I'm about to play is a super grift mission of playing the sub. So he fell in love with a subscriber. And she caught on to the shenanigans, but not after he borrowed $9,000 for 1 ounce of bud, paid the mortgage, bought a boat, all types of shit. I think there's a couple baby dicks in there. I don't know who has the baby dick. I don't know who has the baby dick or what the baby dick is about. But all I'm telling you is there's a big time recording. It's 2 hours long, people. I ain't got that much time, but I will drop the link in there in the comments. We appreciate it if we can share around. And let's get into that a little bit, shall we? What does this say? Mystical says, what is the black object on the thumbnail? It's not.
Don't lie, please.
It was all a lie.
And the party was a lie too.
No, it was not.
The money for the party was a lie? Wasn't a lie?
No, it wasn't.
Josh, are we going to do what we just did 5 seconds ago where I said, no, the party was a lie?
Well, you don't know that, so you're wrong, so.
If Josh.
What?
I'm really asking you to tell me the truth.
I just did.
So how much do you owe?
I owe another $3,000.
So that's why you asked me. Why'd you ask me for $6,500 at first?
Well, I didn't ask you for $6,500.
Yeah, you did. There was dry begging, and you know it was, because that's how you asked me for the other money, and you know that's what it's about. So don't pretend that you weren't asking me for $6,500.
For real, Josh. For real. It was $6,500.
It was just to kind of soften the blow of the 3.
Keep it fun.
That text that you sent me, that you said you sent your sister,
She's
that wasn't
got the goddamn screenshot, Josh.
No.
Or are you scamming your sister? Okay.
She's
No.
the sister of scamming. Wait a minute.
Are you sure about that car
This is getting
payment?
good now.
That was
Wait
not a lie?
Wait, I got his.
Are you sure about that?
Just wait
at
one
least-
goddamn second. Hold on a second. You had Don Bell's I don't know what's going on. But listen, if we're going apples for apples here, there's you pointing the finger at Don for the drug use. You're paying $1 million for an ounce. Now the lady's saying, listen, bro, you don't ever piss off a woman. When a woman's fed up, there ain't nothing you can do about it. They tell all your business. You never, ever go to bed angry. You never piss off a woman and leave her out there high and dry. You better make it right. Fast, quick, and faster. Man, they have to vent. They have to vent. And when they vent, the longer you take to fix it, the longer the vent is. And obviously, you left her out and high and dry because she was venting for 2 hours and 9 minutes. Jesus!
3 payments behind.
And what about the house? Did your grandma really refinance the house? And you
And
asked
she
her
borrowed,
to?
she borrowed against it.
Oh, now we're talking about.
So that wasn't,
Then why did you need the money if she borrowed against it?
Oh, yeah.
because she wasn't making the payments on time.
Talking about his wife beat to her.
Because of her
What else
stupid
did your
fucking
girlfriend
publisher clearinghouse.
What?
Because of the publisher clearinghouse shit that she got,
Yeah.
I'm not even exactly sure about all that, but I just know that she wasn't making the payments.
What are you leaving out?
Yeah. What do you
I'm promising I'm not leaving anything out.
Come on, Josh.
Okay, how much
That's
did your girlfriend know about it?
Come on.
Did she
You know
know
everything.
about me?
Come on, Josh.
You just said she knew. I asked you if she knew.
Oh, I said she knew about the money
There it
problem.
is.
About the
Why didn't you ask her for it?
Exactly, dude.
she didn't have it.
Does she know you scammed me for it?
No.
Did she know anything about me? Tell me exactly what your thinking was when you started this whole thing.
Ooh, he hit hard
I
question.
didn't have any.
Good thinking on her
You
side.
think that this was like something set up, and it wasn't.
Well, Josh, the
The
thing
back
is,
pedal, the back pedal.
it must have been like a light switch in your mind, right?
Oh.
I messaged you,
Good follow-up.
totally not flirting with you at all, nothing like that, right? And it was asking you, has anyone ever asked to be demonetized? Because I was really wondering.
Stretching isn't just for pro athletes or fitness fanatics. It's for everyone. Everyone who wants to
Hold
move.
on, we're going to skip through this a bit. Let's catch it up. That was actually a good part. Now, here's the link in the chat. I'm just going to drop this in the chat. Hold on, we're going to everybody to view for their viewing pleasures. That was actually a good part. Around the whole YouTube. Now, here's the link in the chat. Let me. Don was a horrible person. You know.
I was really wondering because that's and Jim was saying, like you kind of, to me, like you can understand how I feel. Like you kind of did this thing where you're like, did you send? I just heard Jimbo talking about someone that sent him some money and he was crying and all that stuff. Was that you? And I said it was, you know. But I also had a conversation with him about like, don't do that again. You know what I mean? Get off of YouTube now. Blah blah blah. Don't fight people. Definitely don't put your bank account in the red. Like that's what we do because you never know if you're going to be safe. And I tried to explain that to you. When you went into it, you knew everything about my dad and what happened to him, right?
Yeah.
Why on earth? Like the thing is, like I kind of don't believe you about not thinking that I would offer you the money freely when it's like you really led up to it, you know?
You did do that, Josh. That was on you. What's that?
So if there's something, I really want to believe the part about your grandma's like antibiotics for it.
Oh, he hit her with the grandma's dying and she's not.
It's hard for me to believe that you would.
I don't think we got that on.
I want to believe that because
Chat,
I can't imagine that you would
do that one yet?
scam
We're gonna have
for
check
with the excuse of your grandma.
One for Don Wells and 0 for him. Okay, let's tie it up now, people. Let's tie the
But
scoreboard up a
if you
little bit.
did, I'm not going. Are you there? Hello?
I mean, what's happening?
Did you hang up?
Yeah. No, I'm here.
I wouldn't. I'm not. Have you noticed? I'm like being super calm.
Yeah.
Because I just want to know the truth, and that's all I want is the truth. So if you did scam on the word of on the name of your grandma, just tell me now because I am going to be wondering that, and you see, I did, right? And that's not a threat, but I don't want to have to dig because I want to believe you. But if you didn't,
I mean, I'm just saying.
Just tell me the truth.
I told you the truth. That's how it started.
$5 months ago, this video, the comments.
Yeah, I know.
But it wasn't. I told you it wasn't the amount.
Shenanigans.
How much was the antibiotic for it?
It was $900.
That's not what you told me the other night. Was money too?
Yep.
And what have you told me that I would offer it to you?
We're gonna skip the ugly part.
I'm not. Josh, I'm not mad. I don't want a picture of it. I'm serious. I really.
I do, and I always, and I still do, and I will forever care about you. And I know that you don't want to hear that, and you hate me, and that's fine. And I understand why.
Just don't ever tell people you love them or you're falling in love with them when you're not. Because it does something to a person.
Oh, here it is. Look at the juice. Don Wells, right there. Here you go. Oh, ugly cry, Don. Don, here we go.
So you intended on cheating with your girlfriend. See, that's the thing.
Oh,
that I don't think
what is going on?
The way it looks like a scam to me. I didn't have shit. I didn't have any proof, and
let's rewind.
Dad said I didn't do this.
We're gonna go back 2 more minutes. Hold on.
You mean
spicy in this motherfucker?
I just kept doing that, and it was.
Damn.
I knew that I was in panic mode, you know, and every time I would lay down, I would just start going over things in my head.
All right.
And I just woke up and I was like just sobbing, like not screaming, but just like wailing. And it's only ever happened when my dog died. And when Matt died, my best friend. I didn't do this when my dad died. I didn't do this.
All right,
It's so painful because you don't know what to believe and it's you feel so stupid.
All right, sweetheart.
And you feel like you couldn't. And you just hate yourself and you feel like you're just such a disgusting person that
I have to agree with you.
somebody would.
All right. Just relax. Oh, who's this guy? Is this Josh?
I'm so sorry. I didn't have any proof, Josh. I didn't have shit. I didn't have any proof. And I was on the phone with my therapist yesterday going, first thing I said to her was, I did something really bad. And I was really upset when I talked to her. She was like, what did you do? And I told her about how I texted you all that stuff saying, we need to talk. I know you've been keeping things. I know that you haven't been honest this whole time. And you get it out of your, you needed to get out of your system. But I was lying when I said that.
Oh, well, this one's
I had any proof. I don't have any proof other than I knew about, I didn't know about the backpack before. I had to search that up on your Instagram. Because I knew you had pictures.
What is that?
I didn't know about, I didn't know about your girlfriend.
For English, press 1.
What do you think I kept calling you back? What do you think I'm answering your text? Because I wanted to tell you because I'm a fucking... I do that to you. I
can't understand what you're saying.
I'm sorry. I didn't do it to you.
Yeah, you did, bro. You borrowed the money, bro. You know that. Now, this is what I call a coward cry.
But you intended on cheating with your girlfriend. See, that's
ladies,
the thing.
Ladies, ladies, take notes right here. This is the coward cry. When they ugly cry like that, and you got a red-handed, What it is, it's a deflection. I'm going to be sad and I'm going to cry because you're crying and this is going to mesh everything up. You're now magically going to be all forget about me and give me a hug. No, it's a bitch made ass dude and it's a bitch made ass move. I'm just keeping it real. Now, can I get a 1 in the chat? Have we had Don Wells do the ugly cry yet? So let's tie the scoreboard up over here, people. We have to tie the scoreboard up. I'm not going for the gaslighting no more. This is not going to happen. So go back to Josh crying like an ugly caveman.
He said, the way it looks like a scam to me is that I know that I had no idea about your girlfriend. Everything I was asking you yesterday, where I was like, oh, she lives in this area. Is she over the bridge or is she blah, blah, blah? I didn't know where she lived. I had no idea. I didn't know anything about your girlfriend. So when you started to tell me that the other night, you started off with that, and I kept stopping you and saying you were lying, and then you would backpedal and you would tell me a little bit more, and then we would backpedal, and then it came out.
So, dude, so you mean to tell me that you're over there poking at Mr. Don Wells? The man ain't doing no dope. He's sober. He's minding his business. You're calling this man a liar. You calling this man a liar. You calling this man a cheater. And everything else. You tried to say there was a CPS case. Listen, you tend to lie. You tend to scam. You tend to do fuckboy tendencies. Look, your own girlfriend's talking about it, okay? Not your girlfriend, but you don't have any loyalty. No loyalty. No loyalty to the woman that you're with. You're not a faithful person. You're fucking around on the person that you're with. You're not loyal to your friends via Doug, and you're not even loyal to your YouTube subscribers via this woman. So what the fuck kind of shit can you say? Shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up.
Started at the beginning saying she was not your girlfriend, and by the end, you told me that you've been texting with her and talking with her and carrying on with her the whole time.
Yes,
and that she is your girlfriend and you are her
there.
boyfriend, and that you would not break up with her ever. You freaked out when I said, you tell her or I'll tell her. There's no means for me to tell her because I don't know who
Oh,
she is.
what a pussy. So when the cookie crumbles, he's not even man enough to be like, hey, check it out. Here's what it is. There's somebody else. You made the chick do it? Oh, what a bitch. I ain't never done that one. Could you balls? Could you imagine? Who does that? In the chat, keep it real. No judgment for my chat. One, if you hit that, to be honest, one of you've done that one before. So in this circumstance, dudes, his dick is still wet. That's how caught he is. It's still wet. His dick is wet still. The chick figures it out. Phone's blowing up. Buddy tucks his dick so bad, he goes, oh my God, we're busted. Look, you have to tell her. If you've done that in the chat, hit one. Because honestly, to be completely honest with you, I'm going to tip my hat to you. That's like pimping on a different level. That's like some space age pimping. I ain't never even seen that one before. That's some hella pimping shit right there. You get caught cheating and make the side bitch apologize to the man. Shit. You should patent that motherfucker.
I have my suspicions of who she is, but I don't know. So that's why I keep going back to that, is because I don't know that you are telling me the entire truth. And there's no hard feelings for me. We're not,
ladies.
You don't even have to pretend you can like me. You know what I mean?
I do. And I always, and I still do, and I will forever care about you. And I know that you don't want to hear that, and you hate me, and that's fine.
Ladies,
and I understand why.
Just bitch ass up. Ladies, look, don't do it like that. This lady has the dude all the way back into a corner. She's been doing good the whole time. But she says, I'm not going to get mad at you. I don't know what type of angle she's working with psychologically, but ladies, stand firm right there. Stand firm. Stand firm. Don't give in right there. You got the dude ugly crying. You stand firm. Don't give in to him like that. I mean, I understand the feelings are involved, so maybe it's very easier said than done. But stand firm, ladies. Come on. I like to think the ladies in my chat, because I know y'all, I like to think that y'all stand firm right there.
Just don't ever tell people you love them or you're falling in love with them when you're not. Because it does something to a person. Do you understand what it does to a person?
But if I was a legit scammer, and I'm not saying that I didn't tell you lies and got the money under false pretenses, and I did, I would have ran.
It's easy to find you, Josh, because you have a freaking show.
Well,
and you're not going to give that up. That's your only job. And I know your address. You gave me your address.
Yeah, I know.
And I know your real phone number. So where are you going to run to? You have 2 kids and a grandma to take care of.
I know, but I could have just fought you.
You couldn't have run.
No, but I could have fought it tooth and nail. But I would never, I didn't, that was never my intention.
So when you said you love me and you were falling in love with me, that was the lie.
No. And I hate the time. Look. You so smart, but you will spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on the phone.
Yeah, and you got paid for it, $7,500.
No.
And probably you would have gotten another $6,500 if you probably would have gotten another $6,500 if
damn, this
dude's
doing it better than Miss Cleo.
I'm glad I was.
$7,000 for hours of conversation. Remember Miss Cleo, the Jamaican psychic? Call him in now. Miss Cleo, call him in now. Remember her back in the day in the 90s? Jesus, he's raking it in. Fuck a life coach. Just hit me up. It's only $499 a minute. Fuck.
So good luck. Good luck. That should be a lesson for you on your next one.
No, come on.
Don't pick a popular image. Like try to make it very. I'm really good at math because I'm Asian. Looked at all of the calls, and could calculate the minutes in my head towards hours. And I could see we spoke on the phone every day for an average of 3.5 hours since the very beginning. Also texting.
Point to that. This is what I hate about YouTube. You could have like concrete evidence, right? But the creator will make a post and be like, "Oh, there's haters." That video with my voice on it, that's 2 hours and 9 minutes long. That didn't happen. It's all fake. Listen, it was done well. And people go for it. It's just like, what planet are you on? Let's skim through it a bit, though. No, seriously.
I added in the texting. That's how texting.
Yep.
I love you, honey.
That's a good part to start.
The whole time, right? So when you told me the other day that things kind of like fizzled because we were on the phone the whole time.
That is true.
We're getting spicy right here.
That was true.
Is it the love word? The love
How
word?
could it not?
How'd you talk yourself out of that? How'd you talk her out of
I was busy.
being hurt?
Wait,
but she knows what you do. Like she can turn on YouTube and see you're not that busy.
Oh, that's the girlfriend. Uh-oh. Babe, order. Another ugly cry. He seems
I don't know.
So all that stuff about you flying somebody in, what was that about? Because Doug thought you were flying in prostitutes.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was.
And why did you go on and tell me that? How long have you guys actually been together for? Don't lie, please.
Like 2 years.
How often do you see her?
Not very often at all. Like,
Did she come
not
up for
often.
your son's graduation party?
No, she didn't.
Is that why you invited me, that you knew that I wasn't gonna come up because it was like such short notice, even though I paid for the quote unquote party?
What do you want me to do? You want me to break up with her?
Oh. So she paid for the party, the graduation, and then he hit her with a last minute invite to the graduation, knowing she can't catch a flight. Man, this dude done some space age pimping people.
Told you. I have been on the other side of one of those calls, and it sucks because it puts.
I know, but then every time I'm honest, then it's like.
But the thing is, every time you're honest, and I don't think you're honest,
I know.
I stop you and act like I aren't a good liar either.
And I'm not a good scammer, so there we go. No,
I don't think it's fair. So, did she know about your? So she knew about the weed. She was cool with that.
No, she wasn't cool with that. Not at all.
Oh, so what we have here is so the lying, the deceitfulness, the cheating. It's on many different levels. So not only was like he was with the one chick, as he's with the one chick, he's talking to this chick, which is fraudulent in any relationship. It's time to end it. We can't get past it from here on out. You broke trust. You never break trust. You never rebuild that. Not only did you do that once, but behind her back, she ain't with the weed game, and you had to be telling that lady over there, the Asian lady, you had to be telling her it's like $9 grand for an ounce. And because listen, it doesn't, man, I know people that are mentally ill and they don't get charged that much money. Okay? So you're just telling her that because you're whooping her. So you're like, really, you're getting the ounce for a normal price? And what's happening is you're running that game on her so you can get like, 4 or 5 ounces for the set price. So if we rewind here, now that I'm bringing it down, because, Don Wells is a bad guy. So if we rewind here, Josh, what you did is you cheat on the one chick with this chick, broke the trust off the top. Now you play the chick, the side chick, you robbing her. So it's like, don't worry about it. So listen, if I lie to her, I scam her, it's one hand to, listen, borrow from Peter to pay Paul, if you will.
Have you ever done this before? Not scamming part, but cheated on your girlfriend? Are you sure she didn't know that you guys didn't plan it together or something?
No, that 110%. I swear on my mother.
Oh.
On her grave.
Oh.
Josh.
What?
Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that.
Oh.
Well, it's true. That's why I did it. No, I've never done this before.
Why did you cheat on her?
Yeah.
And why, like, it was.
No, we're gonna skim
for the money.
No.
I can't hear this super shit too much more. I'm gonna skim through it. Let's see if we can hit a good part or not. I'll include the link in the chat. But this is the guy. This is one of the persons going live. It's the thumbnail may be misleading. It's not an African American penis in his mouth. It's a microphone that's black. He just like has it close. But this guy will go live and just gaslight Mr. Wells, as if Mr. Wells has not been attacked from YouTube multiple times. This live right here, the live that he gaslit Don on, the last 10 lives that Josh did, and the last 10 lives that I did, the last 20 lives that Cher did, Betty, the list goes on, did nothing for Summer Wells. If we have to hear Summer Wells, if we have to sit through it, why can't it get covered truthfully? with facts pertaining to the case. Why is there a thing here on YouTube where the Summerwell's drama is what it is? No, I can't go for that. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. You know what I'm saying, people? Swears on his mother, but used his grandmother's names to lie to her the money. He needs some serious... Listen, all these people that covered Summerwell's, if you really look into them, Shenanigan City. Shenanigan City. And here's the thing. What up, September? What's happening? Skunks in the house, long gone. What's up? Lori, Sally. Listen, here's the thing. And I've been telling you guys this for a long time. I'm not like this pro Don Wells person. I'm just doing safety patrol right now. I'm refereeing it. We're gonna do it fair. This time around, we're doing it fair. But last time around, I don't know how everybody feels about it. I don't. All I do is ask you to think for yourself. I'll bring you facts. I'll bring you his daughter.
You're willing to risk your relationship for the money.
I'll bring you his daughter. Maybe next time I'll bring you. You never know what's going to happen, but I'll bring truth. If you don't like Don, or you're skeptical, I understand that. I was once there, but I guarantee you don't like him from what was said in the comment sections of multiple chats from multiple creators. But now that if you're on the same page with me, put it together. Benjamin, share, friends. Hey, yeah. Let's make a 1994 CPS case with no paperwork up. Okay, cool, gotcha. Bam. One of them to Josh. One of them, it's this circle of fuck shit. It's the circle of fuck shit. You know what? I don't even know I should say this. Don Wells told me something today, man, that blew my mind. I'm not going to say it because I don't know if I should say it. So I'm going to hold off on that. But he impressed me big time. And it had to do with that reward money. Maybe next time, I'm going to ask, and if I could say it, I'll say it. Let's get back to this fuckboy.
I was scared of what was going to happen, but that wasn't.
Scared of what was going to happen. What?
I mean, when you were all.
What were you? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's why you.
No, I've never done this before.
Why did you cheat on her? And why, like, it was for the money?
No.
You were willing to risk your relationship for the money.
I was scared of what was going to happen, but that wasn't.
Scared of what was going to happen.
Hey, listen, long gone. I appreciate this comment. And look, my subs, man, to my supporters, man, that really fuck with me. I'm not going to delete your comments, and we're not going to fall out if we don't agree on this certain subject. Especially, this is going out to, you know who you are. If I talk to you a lot, if we're friendly, if we're 99% supportive on one each other, we can disagree here. You're not going to get banned, blocked. I'm not going to feel some type of way. Okay? You have your right to your own thought. Long Gone says, honestly, I have my mix of feelings, but I believe in the truth also. I lost my 3-year-old grandson to a horrific freak accident, so I know people can make up snap judgments. Yes, okay. There's been a couple of supporters that I know. And look, this chat is good right now. I'm not talking about some random subscriber, but look, September Virgo, awesome person. Sally, Heen, awesome person. Wifey, the best. Long Gone, awesome person. Skunk, my dude. Judy, awesome person. Arctic, awesome person. Lori, awesome person. Annie Pat, awesome person. Mama Bear, awesome person. It's all showing me right now. Look, I don't, man, I'm not gonna feel some type of way if we don't agree with it. All I say is, man, keep an open mind. That's it. That's it. Let's hear this dude. Let's hear it again. There's some more juicy stuff. Listen, 2 hours of this, people. It's well worth a listen. I highly recommend it. Troll food all day.
What?
I mean, when you're all
Yep. Did he want the link? Oh no, no. Did he want Josh? Did you want to hop up? No. Just check.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's why you started the relationship with me.
No,
You didn't ask me for any money until after you already had. Remember, this is what happened. I was having like a little bit like, it was right before I called you and told you, like in the middle of the night, and told you all that stuff that I am a very broken person, and just to warn you what you were walking into.
Yeah, I remember.
Because I felt like I was having real feelings for you, and then I said I didn't want to do.
Dude, you did the dirty deed, bro. You did a dirty one. You knew the chick was broken. You knew you could play with her head. You knew this would be an easy land. Dirty dog, bro. Dirty skunk. Am I lying, skunk?
This anymore. And you texted me and you said, you told me something like, you can't be hurt by like my trying to run away and push you away because you think you're falling in love with me. You've already fallen in love with me. I mean, with that, to me, I think back on that, and I think because
Selena, awesome person. What up, Selena?
Away, you had to drag me back in because you knew what was upcoming, that you needed the cash.
But I actually, I had feelings for you, and I can say that over and over. You never believe it.
Were they as strong as you said?
They were pretty strong. Yeah.
Did you fabricate what you said to me though, in order to keep me in there to get the money? I'm not.
I'm gonna save it through it, guys. Hold on. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
Sorry, bitch ass dude. Hold on.
And
That's your type, dude.
Oh, we're yelling now.
I tagged it from the start, and I continued with it. That's humiliating on my part.
You can export me. That's what I deserved.
Well, I mean, no one's gonna listen to me anyway. Remember when you said that yourself?
I was actually.
If I let out the fact that you and I were talking, no one would ever believe me. Remember how mad you were when I accidentally said you want to watch it together, and when you asked me if I had told anyone and I told you the truth, I did because I was having second thoughts, and I wanted some reaffirmation that you were a good person.
Josh,
that was before.
Response, Josh. You think it's too long?
And you were pissed.
You think it's too long?
You were really upset. And then you told me, I said jokingly, what if I tell someone? And you knew that mattered to me, that I liked the idea that you would have chose me. And instead, you said,
this is like
no one would believe me.
I was not, that was a joke.
It wasn't a joke. Because you were so upset. You were so upset that I told.
Why wouldn't people believe you?
People. You were up.
No.
So what else did you use $600 for, Josh? And you knew that I would give it to you. You knew that would set me off and make me worried about you because you knew already that I cared because you played it enough to make it so that I cared because you played on my emotions. You acted like, I don't know. Yeah. I think about you way too much.
You did that.
Don't ever leave me. Do you really like me? Blah, 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 blah. And that kind of neediness made me draw close.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that my feelings weren't real.
Yes, it does.
Why would I?
Because you're a liar. That's why.
I guess, yeah. I'm not gonna.
You had a girlfriend, Josh, that you were also giving affection to.
The same time. The thing was that it it was, I remember the first night, it doesn't matter. I was just, but I'll never be able to convince you.
Josh, you get
Everything
you're talking in circles, dude.
when you ask.
Hey, I want to hear what you're going to say. I want you to speak. I'm going to let you talk.
Come on, Josh.
And you should do that.
She's letting you talk, bro. You did this to the Wells.
It's just about time.
You don't like it? You can hit the link, fuck boy.
I remember the first night that you said that you were falling in love with me.
You told me first because I didn't want to talk to you. Remember? I wanted to cut it off. And then you played on my emotions that night and you said,
and you're like,
I don't want to do this, blah, 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 blah. I think I'm falling in love with you. You said it first.
But that was the thing. That was before the money.
No,
I don't know if that's true.
No. It was
I told you what I told you. There's no other women. I didn't get any money from
The girlfriend that you have currently, the one that you continue to have, the one that you've had the whole time for over a year,
How are you gonna skip by
the
that?
one that you've made plans with.
Come on, bro.
We didn't make any plans.
You've been with her the whole time.
Nothing like that. Well, I mean, you're just going to expose me anyway.
I'm not, if you tell the whole truth. Like, you're just going to let her live in, like, this mindset that you're not you're a great guy.
I don't know what
I'm very in love with her.
Coward, straight coward.
Like I said, I don't know what I was doing.
You're roped up. You didn't mean to do that? No, that's
Ladies,
a
pay
bullshit
attention.
answer.
Never
You
did things like this. Very straight toxic and poison.
That fake text you meant to send to your sister, that was bullshit.
Can't have your
Yeah,
kids
that's true.
So what happened with the fire thing, Josh? What was that all about?
I was only going to do online.
Tell the truth. What about the writer's room? Josh. That one was like, I really had to hold my tongue on that one.
For real. It was fucked up.
One more one.
The writer's room.
What, I missed out on that?
I'm skipping
Just tell me.
I'm skipping it.
Yeah.
And you're not answering anger?
Yeah.
But I know that you're angry, and I understand that.
I'm not angry, Josh. I'm just hurt.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay.
And I'm shocked. Because you knew going into this that this is what happened to my dad. He was by an internet person.
No, I had always planned on paying you back.
No, that doesn't matter, Josh.
Wait a minute, Josh. We have to talk about this. Wait a minute. So the chick, the side piece chick, excuse me, I'm just trying to keep up with her. I didn't catch the name. Let's do it like this. Chick number 2. Not only has she peeped the whole scenario out, and she's drilling this dude, just wants a little bit of truth. Come on, Josh. But this whole scenario happened to her own father online before. Josh, you are treating a damaged person very badly. Like this is an epic fail. God!
Honey, it's about the emotional manipulation that you use to target me, knowing my weaknesses, in order to get money from me. So what's your question, Josh?
Well, never mind. It's not important.
No, ask me. Did you think that you were going to pay me back? Is that what the question was?
No.
That's all this is about.
For you?
No, for you, because that's how you targeted me for the money.
Sure did.
No.
And I won't answer in anger. I'm not angry. I'm angry at myself for continuing.
You think I'm a terrible person?
Yes, dude.
Is that your question?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I told you that in text. I don't think you're a terrible person.
Come on, honey. You're supposed to hold your ground with me here. He stepped all over you. That means he's a piece of shit.
And obviously, I care about you and I love you very much.
Sweetheart. Now
because I'm an idiot.
The ball.
You said that was a trial that you don't want to be here.
Why? I've planned that since 2017, and we're not going to talk about that. That is not the conversation we're having right now, Josh. And we'll never have that conversation, you and I, because that's not what our relationship is. We will never have that conversation ever.
Ooh,
okay.
Bad ever. Ooh. Bird. That means.
Do I
the
think you're a
lady's
terrible
pissed off.
person? I already answered that to you over text. I don't think you're a terrible person.
All right, let's skip through it a little more. We're an hour and 23 minutes.
I think
after
you're
fast
an
forwarded
insecure
to,
person that doesn't realize what we're up for.
let's skip through a little bit more.
Okay.
What do we got over here?
Nothing happened.
It was $1,500.
Ooh, another 1,800.
I probably spent about $800 or $900 on.
And you told
food.
your kid that you weren't having it and you started crying? That happened?
Yes,
what?
that
Wait,
did happen.
We got to get that again. 800 or 900 on what?
Because I didn't think I was
Food.
And lied. You lied to all of your subscribers by acting the way that you act, like you are the moral high ground.
Wait a minute.
And you know what? They would love you more if you were just honest with them, because that's why they're there, is because it matters that there is somebody that can talk about the real things that are going on in their life. That's real connection. You know,
I think we'll stop there, people. I think we'll stop at it matters to your subscribers that you keep it real. Because God damn it, that's what White Boy does. You're a piece of shit, bro. Leave the wells out of your mouth. All these lies. You did 0 fact checks. You didn't do any research. You got some lady. You know, here's the deal. Before I hit these comments, I want to say something. Because maybe I'm not making this clear enough. People attack the wells and make them the boogeyman, yes. However, I don't know if I said this or not already or not, but when it has to do with the Wells family, anybody that is connected with them, that this pops out the woodwork, they instantly get a monetized channel. Jody Sue. And I'm about to name some names. I don't have any animosity towards these people or anything, but I'm just saying. Jody Sue, just a neighbor, monetized. She got like 7,000 subs or something like that. Not hating on her. It's an example. The guy, Scott, whatever the hell. Her boyfriend, if that's the same, whatever the thing is. You see what I'm saying? Like Andy. These people crawl out the woodworks, right? And they got monetized. My theory, and this is not factual, my theory is I think that Don's sister Mary is doing this. Why do I think that? Because when I spoke to him, I said, why is she doing this, bro? And I'm not going to repeat what he said, but what I'll say is it's strange. But you can play back the live. You can hear his own daughter. And you know what, man? I'm going to hit the comments in just a second. I wanted to say this for people who came in here late. Today I talked to Don Wells and his daughter. That would be Summer's dad and Summer's sister. Think about that for a second. Summer Wells' dad and Summer Wells' sister. Matter of fact, I want to exclude Don out of this for one moment, because everybody it's too. There's a lot for, there's a lot against, which is fine. Here goes Margie. Never been on the internet before. No one knows too much about her. That's Summer's sister. I have to ask her about allegations that Josh, this guy that you just heard for nowhere near the video, that the length of time the video is, 2 hours and 9 minutes, this guy. Piece of fucking shit. Grandma died, 9,000 for an ounce. I'm porking you, I'm porking the girl, I'm not telling anybody. Matter of fact, now we get caught. You apologize to her for it. It's not my fault. All type of shit. Trust me, it's well worth a listen. Somebody drop a link. This guy has the balls to try to smear the man. But it's the same thing, people. I'm on the phone with Summer's sister. Why can't I come to the live and be like, hey y'all, I know her birthday was not too long ago. This was her favorite cartoon. This was her favorite this, that, this. Didn't have a chance to do that. had to break down the fuckery. But it's the same thing. Just because I got 2 hours and 9 minutes of this fuckboy that attacked Don and Candace, hop on over to the exploiter channels that he's friends with down the line. It's the same thing. So, some of them are killing dogs. Some of these channels snitch in other states. Some, the wife walks home in and he was getting sucked off by the brother of, there's all types of things happening here. But remember, Don Wells is the boogeyman. He is guilty. Duh. Come on, people. Comments. Did Josh, did I miss him in the chat? Did he want the link? I'm not a timeout virgin. What, you were in timeout, Skunk? For what? My robots are going rogue again? I've been in timeout. What's going on? Josh has no real job, correct? Of course not. It said, listen, let me give you guys this link. So here's the deal. Actually, I'm glad that you asked that question, Missouri. Here's the deal. The channel that I'm listening to is a channel called The Grab. I believe the person who made the channel is the chick in the video that we just heard. Okay? She's got all types of shit on Josh. The whole channel is dedicated to Josh. I'm gonna share this link right now. It's called The Grab. Actually, this one is called Cancel Everyone. But you just put in The Grab. It's just like the lab with the G. Okay, here's the deal though. When I first heard this, I did a video, I did a parody about it to Josh. Okay, I did a parody. It's kind of old. If you go back on the videos, you'll see it. When this person came out, The Grab is right around the same time It's a Mood came out. And I got them confused, which is why I had to apologize to It's a Mood. What I said publicly was, I appreciated listening to this thing at work because I listened to the whole thing months ago. 5 months ago to be exact. But I was like, man, how could somebody build a channel off not being faithful? Somebody did a member. That was my only complaint to this people. And how could somebody? So I don't know why they don't upload. And I got The Grab confused with It's a Mood. And I didn't mean to do that. So I apologize, whatever. Okay, we got Taking Down Terry. I appreciate it, man. Is that Jim Terry? That's not Jim Terry. There's Doug. What? It's no thanks. Oops. On wrong account. LOL. He just came in on the troll account with the 5 spot. I appreciate it, bro. You know, Doug, would you like the link there, Douglas? What do we got here? Country girl, show me a YouTuber that does have a job. None do. Hey, 1 second, Mary. I make videos from work all the time. All the time. I make videos from work all the time. Not no 20-minute videos, but I got to get it in for my subscribers. We get it in, we can fit it in. I worked all day today, all week this week. I work 40 plus hours and do YouTube. It's not true. There are some good ones. Is Doug switching the account around or what's happening here? Wait, he hit the 5 spot too. It's Doug, $5. Okay, what? Okay, here. Is he still here? Let me do this. There you go, Doug. Which Terry James? Doug, just redo your name on the StreamYard thing, you know? Is he in here? Good evening, white boy. Thanks for everything you do for summer. Hey, look, I just wanted to be covered fair. More or less, I'll take it up for her family. Take it up for her family more than anything. I'm not saying her family's perfect by any means. I'm just making sure I don't like them getting attacked. Listen, this channel over here, I've been doing this a long time, y'all. Most recently with the babysitter with Quentin Silent case. I don't want her getting attacked. She's not charged. These people on YouTube, man, it's very cult-like. It's very tribal-like, which is dangerous. It's very tribal-like. You know, in the Summerwells case, it's very tribal-like. What I mean is, in the United States, man, we're dealing with white, black, left, right, gay, straight, rich, poor. You know, it's left and right. It's very tribal-like, okay, in the United States right now, okay? You cannot bring the culture war and make it tribal-like in a case. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't make Summerwells tribal-like. That is wrong on so many levels. Man, go make a video, get Google Earth, zoom in, get some facts, go over there, buy a ticket, go search, do something instead of making fun of and ripping apart Don and Candace. But here's the thing. You know why they don't do that? If they do that, the video is going to get a couple hundred views. But if they say, if the title says, Don Wells is a fucking scumbag, 10,000 views. You don't believe it? Go look at my channel. Look at my channel. Look at the videos. The parodies are going to have numbers. If I'm covering a local case or something that means something to me, only my real supporters watch it, which is a few hundred. If I'm ragging on somebody, thousands. Just go look. It's how it works, people. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to keep it real. Use my channel as an example. Who's this? Doug. What the hell? I'm answering it. Here. Let me call you back. I'm going to call you back. All right, that was Doug. I'm going to take a call from Doug. Babe, you order Chinese food? See the chat? Damn, Doug, you rolling in the cash. What do you do? Do it again? Dude, I'm going to call you. Oh, here we go. What's going on? Hey, keep it up.
Sorry, we're going to the brainstorm right now.
Keep it on Josh. The subject at hand is Josh. Did you hear the 2 hour and 9 minute?
I honestly haven't even. I just saw you were on. I didn't even know what your show was about.
All right.
All I saw was like your picture on your thing, and I didn't even know I was on a different account. So I shared your channel on my other channel. Oh, you're the man. Listen, the thumbnail. It's not a. They keep commenting that it's not an African American penis. It's a microphone, but I enhanced it. But people keep commenting. They think it's a. No, I keep seeing these comments that say, why does he have a radiator hose in his mouth? I'm like, no, it's a microphone. But have you ever played that game Chubby Bunny before where you put the marshmallows in your cheeks? That must have been that night. Or Honey Bun. Anyway, I don't want to be on the air talking any kind of crap. I don't want to fight for you, but like, I guess this show's about something of that kind of stuff. So I'll just get don't know.
All right. All right.
I think so.
Let me give you a buzz here in a minute.
Yeah, take your time, man. I just got off the air, so thanks, bro.
All right. All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay, whoops on the speakerphone. I'm gonna have to pull a move on one of these exploiters. Look, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. It wasn't Doug. That wasn't Doug. What had happened was, it was Don Wells. That was Don Wells. It wasn't Doug. There's a case in 1994, and I believe it was Don Wells. That everything that just happened, it was Don Wells. Everything, it was Don Wells. All right, y'all, I'm jumping off here, man. Chinese is coming. Listen, all I ask is think for yourself. That's it. That's it. That thing is well worth a listen. And for the people watching this rerun, mods, real fast, copy that link and post it backwards, sideways, and up and down. I'll probably make a community post tomorrow so you guys can listen to that. It's well worth a listen. Trolls, look, you fuck with everybody, trolls. Trolls, you bother everybody. You bother everybody. You bother everybody. You bother me too. But listen, trolls, do your goddamn job. Kick the video and have a goddamn field day with it. Please, do your goddamn job. Until the next one, y'all, it's White Boy. I'm jumping out of here, man. Much love, much respect.